I said stop. Yes, stop. What are you doing? Do you think you know? I don't think so. Yesterday, you tried and you failed. No, I'll do it. I know I can do it. I'm sorry, you can't. You remember even last year, you tried. Even last year, when you tried it, you failed. They laughed at you. Everyone was talking about the way you failed. But I know I can do it. I trust myself. I believe I can do it. I'm sorry, you can't do it. It is not possible. You always tell yourself that and you end up not being successful. Even this time, you will not be successful. I must do it. I know I can do it. I must believe in myself. I'm telling you, it is not possible. You have failed many times. Even this time, it will not happen. That is something that you keep dreaming about. I know, but you know what? I can do it if I set my mind right and if I keep on doing and trying, because at one stage I will be able to do. That's what you said last year. That's what you said 5 years ago. I don't see any change, and it is not about to happen now unless something else happens. Does that sound familiar to you? Welcome to today. My name is Winnie Kamuya, CEO International Renaissance Center and international best-selling author, a speaker and a coach. I hope you are having a pleasant day. Yes, does that sound familiar to you? You hear the voices. They keep on telling you things and reminding you the faults, the mistakes that you've made in the past. And that even now, when you want to move forward, they are there to remind you. It happened yesterday, it happened the other day, it will continue to happen. And you are there convincing yourself that it is possible for you to do it this one time because you believe in yourself. It's true. You can and you should work on your inner critic. Your inner critic, which is that voice you keep hearing every now and again when you attempt to do something that, for example, you've not been successful. It will keep reminding you because the inner critic has a job of protecting you, and it believes at every other time it's protecting you. But how long will it protect you? And does that help you? Because you want to move forward and the inner critic is telling you otherwise. You feel ready and you want to move forward, but then keeps reminding you. So how do you leave the inner critic behind if you decide it's time to move forward? And I want to look at 7 things that you could do so that you are able to leave the inner critic behind. Let's go. Number 1, drown it. Anytime inner critic is on you, remind yourself and talk to yourself. Always talking to yourself enables you to stop listening to other sounds that discourage you, because you need to keep giving yourself positive talk. So it will come, it will remind you of yesterday, of the other week, of the other year when you failed. Keep giving yourself positive self-talk. No one can talk to yourself better than yourself. So keep talking to you. Number 2, recognize the truth. Is there any truth, and is there possibility that even though you failed last year, yesterday, you learned some lessons and there's something you can do And you could do it better now that you failed yesterday and you learned some things. Remind yourself about that. Number 3, empty your mind. You're going to do a lot of work of emptying and talking to yourself. As you talk to yourself, try to bring the volume of the negative talk lower and try to increase the positive talk as you remind yourself, I failed, yes, I learned this lesson. Today I'm going to do it differently. And so in that way, we are removing the negative talk that you have, because the negative talk will try to be as loud as possible. So talk to yourself. Number 4, it's a matter of moving your hands or moving your mouth. Either you take action or you shout it down. Stop. You can't continue this way. I know I can do it. Or take action. Do it. Prove that you can do it. That's the only way you can get rid of inner critic. They need action. They need you to speak up. Number 5, imagine what you'd tell a friend. And in this case, you are your own best friend. So what do you tell yourself? You are hopeless? Or do you tell yourself, I believe in you. I know you can do it. Let's do it now. How you talk to yourself. Number 6, say something encouraging to yourself every 10 minutes. Imagine if you say every 10 minutes, I can do it. I know I can do it. In a day, you'll have said that 108 times positive talk to yourself. I know I can do it every 10 minutes. I know I can do it every 10 minutes. I know I can do it every 10 minutes. At the end of the day, 108 times you've reminded yourself. Since the subconscious does not differentiate between positive and negative, the more you talk to yourself in positive, the more the subconscious believes this is what has to happen. This is the truth. So it's up to you. Every now and again, if you can, every 10 minutes, I know I can do it. That's how you get over some of these things. Number 7, make a list of all the high points. What are your successes? Have you listed them? Write them down. I know I did this. Write them down. Because when you write them down, you remind yourself that you actually did succeed in something. Because the inner critic picks on one or two and keeps singing the same song on those ones. You need to take and highlight the high points, the successes you've made, and the inner critic will begin to fade away. But it's up to you to do it. No one is gonna do it. Remember, you are your own best friend. Talk to yourself as a friend would do when they were to encourage each other. So talk to yourself and remind yourself those moments that you've wanted to do something and you've been successful. Remind yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Remember that you are going to do it and you need a lot of motivation from yourself first before it can come from others. If you do it, then you know you will already overcome the inner critic, and the voices will get lower and lower, and you will have won a war over your mind. Remember, to succeed in anything, the only battle you've got to win first and foremost, did you know? It's your mindset. Yes. The battlefield is where? In your mindset. Keep that in mind, and I'm sure you will begin to start leading, because when you start leading, you've got to lead yourself first to lead others. in whatever the field. You lead yourself first to lead others. I know no one deserves to lose the confidence because of the inner critic. No one deserves to say that they can't lead because the inner critic is reminding them of yesterday, of last week, of 5 years ago when they failed, when they tried to lead. You can lead and you can be confident in leading and you can show up as the leader. I believe that with those 7 highlights, you are going to deal with your inner critic in a way they've never seen, or in a way that you'll be happy that you are out of that battlefield and you've won. So my challenge today for you is I want you to say something positive to yourself every minute. And remember, each time and the inner critic tries to show up, you say something positive to yourself. If you say it every 10 minutes, at the end of the day, you'll have said it 108 times to yourself. And you know, when you say that, definitely the inner critic will begin to fade and the voices will become lower and lower. I believe in you and I know you are making a difference in your life because you are preparing your mind for better things to come, for your leadership, because your mindset comes first. And to deal with your mindset, you've got to deal with whatever is going on inside your head. There are voices that you're hearing, and you've got to deal with them in a way that will help you and push you forward. I know no one deserves to feel not confident in leading. No one deserves to fear being a leader, and no one should ever feel they don't have the confidence to lead. You are a leader, and I believe in you. You know you are a leader, and I believe that this will help you towards dealing with the voices you are hearing day in, day out as you want to move forward. With that said, I want to thank you for taking time to watch, and until next time, leave your comments and feedback below. Thank you for joining me.